Transforming pain into purpose. Dr. Carmen Johnson's Crusade for Justice. Imagine a world where justice isn't just a concept, but a living, breathing reality for every individual, regardless of their background or circumstances. A world where our communities thrive, not just survive. A world where every voice is heard and every life is valued. This isn't just a dream, it's a vision that one remarkable woman has dedicated her life to making a reality. Today, I have the extraordinary privilege of sharing with you the profound insights and inspiring journey of Dr. Carmen Johnson, a beacon of hope and a relentless force for change in our society. For 25 years, Dr. Johnson has been at the forefront of a movement that's reshaping our understanding of justice, community empowerment, and social transformation. Dr. Johnson's story is one of incredible resilience and unwavering determination. It's a testament to the human spirit's capacity to turn adversity into advocacy, pain into purpose. Her journey began with a personal tragedy, a wrongful conviction that led to 3 years of confinement. But instead of letting this experience break her, Dr. Johnson used it as fuel to ignite a powerful movement for change. Imagine for a moment being in Dr. Johnson's shoes, the fear, the anger, the sense of powerlessness that must have consumed her during those 3 years of unjust confinement. Now imagine the strength it took to emerge from that experience, not bitter, but determined. Determined to ensure that no one else would have to endure what she did. Determined to challenge and change a system that had failed her and countless others. This determination led Dr. Johnston to become the director of Court Watch and Judicial Accountability, a program powered by Life After Release. This initiative isn't just about observing courtroom proceedings. It's about holding our justice system accountable, ensuring that every individual receives fair treatment, regardless of their race, socioeconomic status, or background. But Dr. Johnson's work doesn't stop at the courthouse steps. She understands that true justice extends far beyond the courtroom. It's about creating equitable communities where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. It's about addressing the root causes of inequality and injustice, not just their symptoms. In 2021, Dr. Johnson took her fight for justice to the global stage, helping to create a national court watch network that extends across the Atlantic to the United Kingdom. This international perspective is crucial in our interconnected world, where injustice in one corner can have ripple effects across the globe. Now, let's delve deeper into Dr. Johnson's holistic approach to social justice. She understands that true change requires addressing multiple interconnected issues, from financial responsibility to generational wealth, from civic engagement to policy reform. Dr. Johnson tackles it all with a level of passion and dedication that's truly awe-inspiring. Consider the organization she co-founded with her sister in 2018, Helping Ourselves to Transform. This initiative isn't just about addressing immediate needs. It's about empowering individuals to understand their rights, engage with their local government, and actively participate in shaping their communities. It's about teaching financial literacy and the importance of building generational wealth, because true freedom and equality aren't just about legal rights, but also about economic opportunity. Think about the transformative power of this approach. When individuals understand their rights and have the tools to advocate for themselves, when they have financial stability and the ability to build wealth for future generations, they become active participants in shaping their communities and their futures. This is how we create lasting, sustainable change. Dr. Johnson's tireless research, policy analysis, and legislative drafting are driving this change forward. She's not just an advocate, she's a scholar, a strategist, and a change maker. Her efforts to educate and promote civic engagement are relentless, driven by a deep understanding of the systemic issues facing marginalized communities. But perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of Dr. Johnson's work is her focus on those who are often overlooked or forgotten by society. She champions the cause of mothers, children, senior citizens, the disabled, veterans, LGBTQIA plus individuals, the mass incarcerated, and crucially, our youth. Let's pause for a moment and consider the crisis we're facing with our young people. Across the country, we're seeing an alarming trend of youth being funneled into the prison system at unprecedented rates. Every young person in jail isn't just a tragedy for that individual and their family. It's a loss for our entire society. It's a potential leader, innovator, or change maker whose talents and potential are being wasted. Dr. Johnson's work challenges us to rethink our approach to justice, especially when it comes to our youth. It's a call to invest in prevention and rehabilitation rather than punishment. It's a demand for better education, more opportunities, and support systems that lift our young people up instead of locking them away. Imagine the impact we could have if we redirected the resources we currently spend on youth incarceration into education and mentorship programs, mental health support, and job training. We could transform entire communities, break cycles of poverty and crime, and unleash the untapped potential of a generation. Dr. Johnson's influence extends far beyond grassroots organizing. She's shaping the minds of future legal professionals, lecturing at prestigious institutions like Harvard, Yale, and American University. By educating student lawyers, she's planting seeds of change that will bear fruit for generations to come. Her book, The Pretense of Justice, published in 2022, is more than just a critique of our current system. It's a roadmap for change, accompanied by workbooks for law, psychology, and sociology students. This multidisciplinary approach reflects Dr. Johnson's understanding that lasting change requires a comprehensive strategy that addresses legal, psychological, and societal factors. But what truly sets Dr. Johnson apart is her relentless pursuit of knowledge and skills to better serve her community. Despite her already impressive credentials, including a PhD in philosophy and certification as a paralegal, she's currently pursuing certification as an American with Disabilities legal advocate. This continuous learning and growth is a powerful reminder that there's always more we can do, more we can learn to be of service to others. As we near the end of our time together, I want us to reflect on the enormity of the challenges we face as a society, but also on the hope that Dr. Johnson's work instills in us. Hope because there are people like her who refuse to accept the status quo, who work tirelessly to create change, and who inspire others to join the fight for justice. Dr. Johnson's story and work challenge each of us to step up, to get involved, to use our voices and our resources to create positive change in our communities. It's a reminder that each of us has the power to make a difference, no matter how small it might seem. But it's also a call to collective action. The issues Dr. Johnson tackles, systemic injustice, economic inequality, lack of civic engagement, are too big for any one person to solve alone. They require a community-wide, indeed a nationwide response. So what can we do? How can we take the inspiration of Dr. Johnson's work and turn it into action in our own lives and communities? First, we must educate ourselves, learn about the issues facing our communities, understand the complexities of the justice system, the barriers to economic mobility, the importance of civic engagement. Knowledge is power, and the more we understand, the better equipped we are to create change. Second, we must get involved, attend local government meetings, join or support organizations working for social justice in your community, volunteer your time and skills. Every contribution, no matter how small, makes a difference. Third, we must use our voices. Speak up against injustice when we see it. Advocate for policy changes. Share information and raise awareness about important issues. In the age of social media, we all have platforms to make our voices heard. Fourth, we must support the work of people like Dr. Johnson, whether it's through financial contributions, spreading the word about their work, or offering our skills and time. There are many ways we can amplify the impact of those on the front lines of social justice work. Fifth, we must focus on the next generation, mentor young people, support programs that provide alternatives to incarceration, advocate for better education and opportunities in underserved communities. By investing in our youth, we're investing in a better future for all of us. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, we must cultivate empathy and compassion. Dr. Johnson's work is rooted in a deep understanding of human dignity and worth. By seeing the humanity in everyone, even though society often overlooks or demonizes, we can begin to build a more just and equitable world. As we conclude, I want to leave you with a challenge to not just be inspired by Dr. Carmen Johnson's work, but to be transformed by it, to let it ignite a fire within you that burns for justice, for equality, for a world where every individual has the opportunity to thrive. I challenge you to look at your own life, your own community with new eyes. What injustices do you see that you've been turning a blind eye to? What changes have you been waiting for someone else to make? What skills and resources do you have that could be put to use in service of others? Now, I want you to commit to one concrete action, one step, no matter how small, that you will take in the next week to start making a difference. Maybe it's educating yourself about an issue you care about. Maybe it's reaching out to a local organization to volunteer. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation with a friend or family member about social justice issues. Whatever it is, commit to it now. And then once you've taken that step, commit to another and another, because change doesn't happen overnight. It happens through countless small actions taken day after day, week after week, year after year. Remember, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to solve all the world's problems, but you can do something. And if we all do something, if we all commit to being part of the solution, we can create the kind of change that Dr. Carmen Johnson has dedicated her life to achieving. Let's take inspiration from Dr. Johnson's courage, her persistence, her unwavering commitment to justice. Let's honor her work by continuing it in our own ways, in our own communities. Let's believe in our power to make a difference, and let's act on that belief. Because in the end, that's what Dr. Carmen Johnson's story teaches us. It teaches us that change is possible, that justice is worth fighting for, that our voices matter, and that together we have the power to create a more just, more equitable, more compassionate world. The time for change is now. The responsibility is ours. Let's not just talk about justice. Let's create it. Let's not just dream of a better world. Let's build it together. Inspired by Dr. Johnson's example, let's transform our pain into purpose, our challenges into change, and our vision of justice into a living reality. The world is waiting. The time is now. Let's answer the call and become the change makers our communities, our nation, and our world so desperately need. Thank you.